Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing. And when we start off this morning's update, you can see stuff that we start seeing in the heart of a bear market as we start getting into the meat and potatoes of a crippling bear market where lots of people have lost lots of money and lots of fleece heisters and shysters and promoters and famous people and rich people are out promoting nonsense, start getting sued in a bear market. This is how you know things are getting bad, and this is how you know the bear market is strengthening. Peter Schiff, Mark Cuban crypto scam lawsuit just the beginning. Mark Cuban is getting sued as promoting a Ponzi scheme by a bunch of people that lost money that bought the things that he was promoting. Peter Schiff shared his view on the lawsuit against Mark Cuban, who allegedly promoted a cryptocurrency scam that led to financial losses among those who invested in a Ponzi scheme. Schiff believes that Cuban is just beginning and has been warning for years that when Bitcoin bubble pops, all people who lost money in cryptocurrency industry will try to make some of it back by suing people who promoted certain projects or gave investment advice. This is just the beginning. I've been warning for years, Peter Schiff, that once the Bitcoin bubble finally deflates, all the people who lost money in crypto will sue the people who made money, right? And that's what's starting to go on here with Mark Cuban. The famous Bitcoin critic also believes Cuban knew how dangerous investment in Bitcoin can be, and the businessman knew it was a scam, but still decided to promote crypto, right? Scammers are losing their power. According to the most recent cryptocurrency industry by Chainalytics, or whatever, the cumulative monthly value received by scams has noticeably declined, with the revenue of scammers plunging to 1.6 billion, which is 65% loss from last July. That's insane that they're still scamming over $1 billion, right? And that's a 65% loss. It just shows you how much fucking hustling and fleece heisting and shysting by these charlatans that are out there to take your fucking money that there actually is. And if we start with the Bitcoin price, or let's start with the XRP price, right? A little morning update. You can see we're sitting there at the 50-day moving average in XRP, but if we zoom out to the daily time frame, you can see we have that blue support zone below the price, where if you break this little area down here, you're going to have a pretty big fall down to your next major support level, which is down here at the last line of defense to the shithouse in orange, right? Down at 21 cents. And that's a big fall. It's like a 33.69% fall from where you're at current price. If you're trying to get bullish, you have to start bouncing between now and this blue local supply area to kick back up. And then you have to get back above this major resistance that used to be support. You have to turn back around and blow through it and flip it back as support. It hasn't been able to do that. And if you can't do that, you're going to remain bearish. And if you fall back below and get underneath this blue support zone, you're going to come all the way down here in the few days following to the 21 cent level, right? So that's what we're watching out for there. If we look at gold and silver bullion, Commerce Resource, my man said he got into here and he's looking to see what to do. Commerce Resource has always been a big speculation play, and this is something that's going to take years. And I'm not sure where you bought in at, but you can see you got your major upper resistance up here, and then you got your major lower support down now. Oops, that's the wrong color. We want that blue. And you can see we've been in this big falling channel for quite some time. And it appears to me Commerce Resource in the immediate short term or the micro time frame is going to have to come back down here and tag this area, 0.086. And that might be the spot that catapults it to a big run to the upside, something like that. But Commerce Resource is and has always been, if you're in this, a very long-term speculative play. Right? You're hoping one day that major things happen, but you can see we've been in this big falling channel for quite some time. And I do believe eventually, because these are bearish continuation patterns, but bullish reversal patterns at the bottom, I do think there's going to be another big run, kind of like you've seen way in a deep, dark abyss, and then you had a huge rally, right? That's what I think is going to eventually happen in Commerce Resource. And you can see even if you just caught support and rode it, That's a 230% gain. But I think you're going to have to come down near that 0.0864 level in Commerce Resource. A quick gold update here. Not GPL, B2gold. It's a great time to accumulate. I've been telling you this. We're sitting at the $3.28 level, which is a major support zone. If you fail to hold this major support zone on B2gold, I could see you coming all the way back down into this range, right? You could start to trade down into here. And for me, that would be bad because I got a lot of B2gold that I bought up here, which wasn't at the all-time high or the regional high. You can see from the regional high, I started buying what I thought was a good price, about 48% down off its high. But I could see this going even lower. But if it holds here, you could have a nice big bounce back, right? And get up into here and try to come back up there. But right now it's tending to be bearish. And if we put the volume indicator on here, which the volume indicator is on there, I don't know why it's not showing. Let's go to the daily time frame, the weekly. Let's just put a new one up here. Fixed volume range profile. There we go. You can see the major area, if you break this, would be down here. Let's put our little, just like we do in crypto. We got our major traded range right here, where if you're above it, you're bullish. If you're below it, you're bearish. And that would be our red area because that's the major volume traded range. And then we're going to go ahead and lock that. So this would be your area that I'm targeting on. If you can't hold where you're at now up here, you're going to come all the way down here to the $2.79 range. And that might be where you actually reload and start, and might actually start to bottom out and form a bottoming pattern. And from the top-ish, that would be about a 63.69% fall. I don't think you would go much below there. I don't think you're going down to the COVID lows down here. But this is definitely in play down here and something that needs to be watched. And these are all great times to start accumulating. B2gold. And then if we look at another one, Fortuna Silver Mines is very cheap right now. Could you come down and test the COVID lows? I guess. I didn't think you would, but it's possible seeing as where the price is now. But I have accumulated quite a bit since it's been down in this area down here. And if you look at the VIX volume range profile, you're actually below the major traded area, which means you're bearish right now. Obviously, you don't need a genius. You don't need me to tell you that the price is bearish right now looking at the current price action. But you can see your major traded range up here on the way back up would be heavy overhead resistance up there with our industry exclusive price note. And that area starts at $3.99. I would be in major profit up there. So I would love to see that. But as of right now, I'm down. And we could be trying to come down and retest some of these lower levels down here. If we had to look at an area that would be something to be paying attention to, would be all the way down here where you're at this major support area, and then your next major one on the volume range is down there at about $2.19. But this is a great time to accumulate. You make a lot of money in this stock by buying it when it's cheap, by buying it in these black areas that are circled, by buying it anywhere down here is where you make all the money in Fortuna Silver. And then if we go back to the Bitcoin price, you can see the Bitcoin price. You do not make all the money up here. Bitcoin price has been in this bear flag that I've been touting and been telling you about. Like we had a rising wedge up there that started the multi-year bear market. We had a falling wedge that was the start of a bear market rally. Then we had our mountain double top up there. That's what signified our 13,336 target, and that's how we came up with that. Right, and you're wondering what I'm talking about. You have double top, rising wedge, falling wedge, second M topping or mountain double top in the macro time frame. And the way you do this target is from the top of the double top to the neckline. You can see support, neckline support, break out of the neckline to the neckline. Then to the neckline, and you drag it to the point of a breakout. And you can see how that gets you all the way down there towards our 13,300 and change target. And that's how we came up with that. And then you can see right here, when this started to break down on its first initial crash, when the Fed with this horizontal red line is when the Fed started tightening. You can see we crashed a pretty good amount, then had a big bear flag. Targeted move is from the top of the pole to the bottom of the flag to the point of a breakout, and that got you down here to about 20,000. But midway through there, if we look at the daily time frame, you can see up there we had a little mini bear flag, which the technical target is from the top of the flag pole to the bottom of the flag to the point of a breakout, and that did get you down into here. And now we have another bear flag, and that's going to get you your technical target on a breakout from the top to the bottom of the flag to the point of a breakout, and that's going to get you right down to our $13,336 target. And that's why we've been telling you this is a big bear flag and would eventually break to the downside. And all these hustlers and heisters and fleecers that are out there on YouTube promoting 40,000 Bitcoin, 58,000 Bitcoin, bear market bottom, bear market's over, Bitcoin's never going below 20,000, and all this nonsense, that they are just that full of nonsense, full of shillery, fleece heisting and shisting the uneducated, momentum emotional trader, that they can try to sell you something and make all the fucking money. So that's what you need to know. That's the truth of the state of the crypto right now. We're in a multi-year bear market, and we're only about 16 months into it. And I foresee another 12 months as the crypto insider that nailed the top last year in early April of 2022, 2021, and called the multi-year bear market the whole way, kept you going, kept you out ahead of the game. Right? Peace and love. Peace and love.